This is Math 95, Quiz 4 Topics. Writing the equation of a line through two given points. Our first example says, find the equation for the line that passes through the points -4, -5, and 2, 7. In order to have the equation of a line, we need to have the slope and the y-intercept, so we can put it into y equals mx plus b form. So let's start by finding the slope. This is our x1, y1, our first point, and our x2, y2. If you remember, the slope formula, m, is found by doing y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So subtracting the y's over subtracting the x's. Let's plug in the numbers that we have for those. So we would have 7 minus -5 on the top. And in the denominator we would have 2 minus -4. Okay, we can change subtracting a negative to adding a positive. So this is 7 plus 5 and 2 plus 4. So we have 12 over 6, or 2. So 2 is our slope. All right, next we need to take one of these points and this slope and plug it into the y equals mx plus b form. And so if we're starting with y equals mx plus b, let's just choose our first set of ordered pairs. And so this is our y value, the -5, we'll put here for y. M is our slope, so that was 2. Our x value is the -4. And we don't know our y-intercept, the b, and so that will be our variable. So now we have -5 equals -8 plus b. Add 8 to both sides of this equation. And we have +3 equals b. And so this is our y-intercept. And so now we can take this slope and this y-intercept and plug them back into the y equals mx plus b equation, slope-intercept form of the line, and have the equation of this line. So it would be y equals 2x plus 3. So this is the line that has these 2 points. And if you were to actually graph this, you would see that this is indeed the case. Our second example says, find the equation for the line that passes through the points -1, -3, and 5, -1. All right, so again, we can start with this being x1, y1, and x2, y2, and put these into our slope formula, subtract the y's on the top, -1 minus -3, and then subtract the x's on the bottom, 5 minus -1. So this turns into -1 plus 3 and 5 plus 1. So this would be 2 over 6, or 1/3 is our slope. Okay, so now we can take this 1/3 slope and either one of these 2 points. All right, we'll just take the first one. So plug it into y equals mx plus b. Our y in this case is that -3. Our m is 1/3. X is -1. And then plus b. So now we have -3 equals -1/3 plus b. Okay, in order to, well, we have to add the 1/3 to both sides. All right, we might want to change the -3 into thirds first. And so that's really equivalent to -3 over 1. And if we multiplied both the numerator and the denominator by 3, we would have that this is -9/3. And so we've got -9/3 plus 1/3 would make -8/3. is our b. And you can just leave it in that form. That's the simplest form. And so our equation then is y equals 1/3 was our slope, x plus that negative 8/3, our b. And so this means for any x and y on the line, this is the equation that relates those.